Hello, everybody. It's SS, and I am coming to you from the Devil Advocate channel. Today is the 28th of May, 2023, and I want to touch on a topic that is about a very famous artist that's in Jamaica, female artist, and that's Queen Ifrica. I'm seeing she's going live and she's uploading a lot of videos and she's talking about the things that's taking place in Jamaica in terms of our government, the things that are taking place with the Maroons, and trying to spread awareness to the mass of the people who are mainly Jamaicans and letting them know that there's a division in the Maroon because there are different types of Maroons. Some were here prior to slavery and all of that, and the treaties that were signed, and who sold out who and signed a treaty, and they're the ones that are benefiting while the mass of the people or the rest of the population is the one that's actually suffering and stuff like that. And she's also pointing out that there are certain artists who have also turned their back, who are part of the movement, but have also turned their back on her because they have hidden agenda, they have motives that is only set to benefit them and their particular group versus the entire Jamaica on a whole. And the government is in support of them, or if the government has their own group or other agencies has their own group, they all have hidden agendas, they all have ulterior motives, they all have personal gain. And that's why they're pushing a lot of things, because they're basically lobbyists. They have a particular fundamentals that they're trying to push. And what she's basically saying is that a lot of these groups' hidden agenda is to promote homosexuality, is to promote pedophilia, is to promote a lot of things that are against the nature and practices of Jamaican people and culture. And that's what they're pushing. And they come like how I would say how Portuguese. So the Portuguese invaded Brazil when they came bearing gifts versus Spaniards who came slaughtering. You understand me? To trick the mass, you just brought gifts. So a lot of these lobby groups are coming to the mass of the people bearing gifts, but they have an agenda because they know you're going to fall for it, because a lot of people are poor, a lot of people are in need, a lot of people are not benefiting from a lot of things that are out there that they can benefit from, whether it be employment, increase in salary, a sustainable income, all these kind of things to take care of themselves, take care of their family, and also pay their bills. And so these lobbies group come and they have hidden agendas that they're pushing. But in order for them to gain your support or gain your attention, they come bearing gifts and treats. So that's basically what Queen Ifrica is speaking on. My perspective on this is that Queen Ifrica, unfortunately, and I want you to hear this, I'm speaking definitely directly to Queen Ifrica. You're on a mission and you have a great heart and you have a great mind. However, there is something that is wrong, something that's incorrect about the mission that you're on. It's what I would call the Christine Columbus mentality. The Christine Columbus mentality is a mentality that me and my sister, when we were much younger, we came up with that quote or that term, and it was a term that we use instead of saying duh, which means everybody knows already, so no need to reiterate it because we are well aware of it and it's quite obvious. So we said you are trying to be Christine Columbus because we already know, basically in terms of being Columbus personified, saying that we already know, we already discovered this. So you saying this to us is basically trying to be the sister of Christine Columbus. You're trying to rediscover something that is already known to us. So I am putting it to Queen Ifrica that she has the Christine Columbus mentality. And in the Christine Columbus mentality, the mission that you're on is something that people are aware of. One thing I won't do, I won't underestimate the knowledge of Jamaicans. What I do underestimate is their wits, is their intelligence, is their ability to make decisions that are correct and decisions that are wholesome. That I will underestimate. That is what I'll very much give them no credit for. They are unable to make decisions that are beneficial to a mass of people, decisions that are wholesome, decisions for the future, decisions for advancement. That's what Jamaican people are extremely poor at. But I won't underestimate their knowledge, their awareness. A lot of the people that we think are unaware of certain things, they are fully aware of it. Queen Ifrica, you are pushing for the unification of black people. You are pushing for the unification of Jamaicans. You are fighting a mighty battle that's damn near impossible. You are fighting a mighty battle that is damn near impossible. I can use curse words because I'm not yet monetized and such, but I will not be disrespectful to you, Queen Ifrica. I think you're, as I said, you have a great heart. You are on a great mission. However, you are on a disastrous mission. And it matters not how you structure it. It matters not how you put it together. Sam Sharp was very intelligent. Sam Sharp was a reader. That's why he knew that there were places in Britain that was lobbying for the ending of slavery. And so he couped to start the Christmas Rebellion or the Sam Sharp Rebellion. Paul Bogle was also very intelligent. So was George William Gordon. These were not Dunn's people. These were not unintelligent people. We have Marcus Garvey, all these kind of people, Leonard Howell, all these people that came after them. And what has been the result of their mission? What has been the result of their fundamental? The most you will get from this is the spreading of awareness. The most that you will get from this mission that you're on, Queen Ifrica, is the spreading of awareness. One thing that black people refuse to understand, refuse to respect, is that black people do not like each other. They don't love each other. Yes, we can cuss the government and we can cuss politicians and we can cuss corrupted people who import guns for destruction, but somebody choose to take it up to take out someone else. Somebody choose to take it up to take out someone else because of a grudge, because of family feud, because of gunmanship, because of gains, because of money, all these kind of things. Someone made that decision. Someone made that decision to accept, to buy, to take, to shoot, to kill. And with that being said, that's not coming from love. That's coming from hate. Black people naturally hate each other. There's a hate that is in black people for each other. And because that hate exists, it's not going to be very difficult to take out each other. It's not going to be difficult to corrupt each other. It's not going to be difficult to destroy each other. It's a suicidal mission because you're not going to find black people on a whole getting up and taking their own lives. That's just not something common among the black race. While it's common among other races for various reasons, you're simply not going to find it very common among black people. So you can't force them or you can't make them commit suicide, but you can influence them to take out each other, which is secondary suicide, because clearly whoever you're taking out have family members or friends, and they are going to do what? They are going to exercise revenge or reprisal killing. So you can't make them or force them to take their own life, but you can set them to take out each other, which in return will kill you. So that's what we call secondary suicide. You understand? Certain things are suicide mission. The mission that you're on, Queen Ifrica, is a lost cause. Because black people are well aware of a lot of things that you're saying. They might not be aware when it comes to the details of Wanda Bolas, as what the caller had said on your live. And the treaty that was signed in, I think, 1653, something like that, or 1658, prior to the Maroon Treaty. However, they are aware that there have been sellouts throughout history. They are aware. These people have been around before there was Bootman, born and raised in Jamaica and shipped to Haiti because of slavery revolt. There was Macandal. Macandal was sold out. He was burnt alive. Macandal was from Haiti. He was sold out and burned alive. This is known history. Black people are known to hate each other. Yes, you have mentioned about the plant that they give them. The plant. There were also witches that were on the slave ship. Let us speak about that. It's not just a plant that made them forget. There were also witches in the 16th century that were on the slave ships. A lot of them were fleeing Europe because they were being persecuted there. So a lot of things took place during slavery. The mission after that to help free black people claimed the lives of a lot of them because they simply did not care. They simply did not want better for themselves or for each other. And you're speaking about white women coming to Jamaica and they're setting the white women like what they did with Cartel, setting that white woman that haven't professed her love or prove how she loved Cartel as yet. And other white women that are coming in Jamaica through dancing and through this and through that. Let me tell you something. Black men do not like black women. Black men do not love black women. It's simple. If a black man love a black woman, ask him to prove it. The black race is the only race on the face of the earth. The only race on the face of the earth that doesn't promote or push marriage. I'm not saying that they don't marry. I'm saying they don't promote or push marriage. If you ask any black man today, why you not married or why? It's in his 50s, he's in his 40s, his 30s, his 20s, his 60s. Why are you not married? What he will tell you, marriage is not for everybody. Marriage is this, marriage is that, marriage is foolishness, marriage is that. And so they have convinced black women to think the same, that it is foolishness. You know why? Because they don't want to commit to you. However, he will marry in a heartbeat to get a visa. Just to live in another man's country or go to another man's country to make some money. He will marry another race in a heartbeat without even knowing anything about that woman. He will gladly marry that woman. So whatever the reason is, he simply don't want to marry you. Because they don't love you. They don't love you. White women don't have to come into Jamaica to try to take any man. They don't love you. There is a painting that is called The Fortunate. I think that's the name of the painting. It's a 14th century painting. And it was prior to when the Moors were in Europe. You know, the Moors ruled Europe. You understand? And if you look at that painting extremely closely, there's something very peculiar about that painting. It showed a black Moor. He's a Moor. He's a man, a black man. You know, he has on his fez hat and stuff like that. And you know who is on his arm? On the Fortunate? A white woman is on his arm. A white woman. And if you look closely in the photo, or in the painting, I should say, I'm sorry, not photo, in the painting, in the background is a black woman. And you can tell that woman is a slave because that woman is topless. She's naked with a plate in her hand serving the black man who has a white woman on his arm. And you can tell that's a rich black man. Just by his demeanor, just by the background, the place that the painting was done, the clothes that they wore, you can tell that was a very rich black man. And that woman is dehumanized. She's being degraded in front of a white woman that's on his arm. That is the painting of the Fortunate in the 14th century. There are other paintings that showed that. I think that one was in the 16th century also, that showed when it was painted by a man. People were drowning, a lot of women were drowning, and the black man is in the water trying to save the one white woman that's in it, while all the other black women are drowning. These are paintings from many centuries back. It's not a farce. It's not a make-believe. It's not a myth. It's not a fantasy. It's not an illusion. This is real. So there's never been a time when there was genuine love between the black man and the black woman. You are forcing and saying that black men need to this and that. They don't need to do anything. What you need to do is think about self-preservation and think about how to take care of yourself and your family and those around you who are like-minded. For the betterment of your lineage and for yourself. You want a unification of a group of people that simply doesn't have it in them. If you want to know, try this experiment. I urge you to try this experiment. Just for proof. Try this experiment. Try and see if you can get in touch with Kim Kardashian. And give her the information that you have. And let Kim Kardashian come out and speak. Or a Kim Kardashian look-alike. And see what happens. You will find 99% of Jamaicans getting your attention. Mainly men. Mainly men. See, what people need to understand is that there are people out there who want love. There are men out there who want respect. There are men out there who want love. They want honor. They want trust. They want all of these things. But they simply do not want it from you. They don't want it from that face. They don't want it from that skin color. They don't want it from that hair. They don't want it from you. They want something, but they certainly don't want it from you. And because they don't want it from you, what's going to happen? They can't do better, so they live in a society where they are only maintaining tolerance for you. Tolerance for a relation. Tolerance for a relation of each other. Brotherly love, sisterly. It's a tolerance. It's not love. It's a tolerance. And when the tolerance is over, I can easily take a gun and put it behind the ears and blow it. I can easily stab up a woman. I can easily chop up a woman. I can easily shoot a woman that's pregnant. And it's nothing. I can kill each other and get away with it. And it's nothing. Because there was never any love to begin with. Love, see, the thing is that hate cannot be love, you know. Queen Ifrica. Hate cannot be love. Hate, and you are forcing people that are already born in hate A lot of us come here, we did not come in love. Fathers did not love the mother. They wanted sex. Because men have sex with who they can have it with. Based on ability, who they can have sex with. Or who they get the yes from. Unless they are a rapist. They can only have sex with who they get the sex from. Women have sex by choice. Because it's very rare man is going to say no. You understand? But they have sex based on approval. And when they do, it's not love. So they procreate and they just come and I'm gone, I'm gone. If she wants something, you call me and you get me, and then you call 50 times, they're not answering the phone. Baby need this, baby did that, and they're gone. You understand what I'm trying to say? So that's where the problem is. There is no love among each other. People are birthing hate. So how are you going to get love? Ask yourself. This is the most important question I want you to ask yourself, Queen Ifrica. How am I going to extrapolate love from a scenario or from a situation and from a society of people that simply do not want it from each other? You remember the black man that came and told you that Shakespeare's screenplay were written by a black Moor, a black woman? Everybody said he was crazy. Yeah, he's crazy. They even locked or dumbed down or canceled his notoriety so he's not known. Because he put the information out there. Shakespeare couldn't read and write. But when the white man came and bestowed the message onto the mass, everybody started scratching their head. I'm going to read. I had time to look. Maybe it's true. Maybe, just maybe there's something. Oh, yes, it's true. It's finally true. Shakespeare. But when the black man was saying it all along, nobody cared to believe. See, because there isn't any love. There isn't any love. So if there isn't any love, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I remember there was this female on YouTube and she was doing videos about trying to unite black men and black women together in love. And she was doing it in the US. So she went into a barber shop and she was asking all the guys in there, and all of them were dating white women and non-black women. They said that they don't want no black woman. We don't want no black woman to be with. We don't this and we don't that. And there was this guy in it, very dark as midnight, and he said that white women are God's gift to black men and all of these kind of things. So she said, I love your complexion. She gave him a compliment and said, I love your complexion. He didn't even want a compliment from her. His response was, you are going to say that now. You are going to say that. She's on a camera, her camera, with a microphone in her hand, and she's giving a brother a compliment based on his jet black or his jet dark, because I don't consider anybody black, his jet dark skin tone. And he did not even want a compliment from the woman. That's how much hate they have. That is not love. That is not even likeness. That is not appreciation. That is hate. He doesn't want it. He doesn't want that attention, that affection, that compliment, that loyalty, that respect from her. The other guy that was in the shop said to her that, it's great to hold the fist. It's great to put your fist in the air, and it's great to speak unification, but you're preaching it to people who don't want to hear that. We're not in the past anymore. We are free now. We are in the past. We're not in the past. We're free now. So you're preaching very loud. You understand me? To nobody. So the mission that you're on, Queen Ifrica, I get it. It's great to have a big heart. Every now and then, every 50 years, every 40 years, every century, there has been one rise up that is willing to die. So a mass of people will advance themselves or get some sort of liberty. However, they do not want it on the guise of unification. They simply do not want that. Jamaicans want the society to look like Brazil with the eugenics. That's what Jamaicans crave for. That's the love that they will have. That's the love that they will have. Vybz Kartel is engaged to a white woman or a biracial or whatever the woman is. Why didn't he engage to Shorty at no point in time? And other baby mothers that he had. He didn't propose to any of them. So this is what they do. You are not loved. You are not being loved. You are not being loved. Queen Ifrica, you're pushing a unification. They don't even like each other. They don't even love themselves. Because if you love yourself, you want what is best for yourself. And what is best for yourself is not shooting and killing another man. So they don't even love themselves. You're going to cuss a woman. It's easy to cuss a woman and say she hates herself because she wear fake hair, she wear fake eyelash, she wear fake this. That's a go-to argument to say you hate yourself. The Egyptians were with, did they themselves, they wore makeup too. In Chinese ancient dynasty of antiquity, they were makeup too. They powder their face extremely white because it was seen as a sign of beauty. Does that mean that they hate themselves? No, but only when the black woman does it. Okay, it's self-hate. So what's your excuse for killing each other? You want the white man's idea of success is, oh, a big house, a big car, 4 different women. That's what he puts on you, jewelry, cars, and clothes. You see a successful white man looking like that? They don't dress like that. They do not dress like that. They do not come off with that kind of appearance. They just put it out to you. That's the idea of success. And by doing so, you're willing to kill each other. You're willing to sell. You're willing to poison each other. You're willing to trick each other. You're willing to corrupt each other. You're willing to do anything in the book. Anything in the book. So at what point will Queen Ifrica achieve the success that she's looking for people? You will get is, I promise you, the most you're going to get is awareness. The mass of the people is going to be aware in detail of what is really taking place. But what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Nara. In 1838, when slavery was abolished, locomotives came in. So there was also no need for it. There was no need for planters to be losing their lives and 500 slaves to feed these people, take care of them if they're sick, this and that, when I can easily, get things on a train from one end of the country to the other, from one country to the other. Industrialism came in. So there wasn't any need. So it's not just, so that's a harsh reality for you. It's not just some sharp rebellion and killing each other that caused the ending of slavery. Locomotives came in. There was an advancement. So it wasn't needed anymore. You want the unification of a group of people that simply do not have love for each other. I'm sorry, I don't know how that's possible. I don't know the possibility of that. I don't know. That doesn't sound like a reality. That sounds like a fantasy, a wild fantasy at that. So I applaud you for having a heart of gold. I applaud you for not aligning yourself with any group that has hidden agenda or agendas not known. And Andre, you were on a live with Andre, and Andre was talking about he has never professed to be this or to be pushing LGBT. Listen, one thing a person with hidden agenda is not going to do, they will never admit what they're about. They will never admit. There's NAMBLA, that's in Canada. That's an organization for pedophilia, for homosexual pedophilia and pansexuals. There's Antifa, which means anti-fascist. That's an anti-fascist group. It's in Canada and it's also in United States. That's a pedophilia group. They push pedophilia. That's what they push. That's what they are about. Black Lives Matter is about what? It's about promoting homosexuality, equality, promoting an egalitarian society. And the word egalitarian is just a wonderful term. You will never have a society that has equal rights and justice for all. It's simply not possible. Because there are people out there who feel that it's their God-given right to go out there and take out 3 people or 4 and get away with it. So a lot of fundamentals that are out there that people push it just sounds nice in theory, but it's actually not practical. It's actually not practical. So I applaud you for not aligning yourself with this. I applaud you for speaking out. You have great intentions and it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, Queen Ifrica, and you have my support. I didn't like the way you spoke out at Minister Hall, but I guess it was a way to get the audience attention because you're going to have to do it somewhat. So that I won't fault you for, because you are just trying to get the attention of the mass so you can say what you really want to say, which is this. And if people are using a positive road to push what they really want, which is negative, I don't see what's wrong if you use a negative road to push what you really want, which is positive, and I applaud you for it. But unfortunately, that's the most you're going to gain from it. That's the most you're going to gain. That's the most. I'm sorry, Queen Ifrica. I wish there was something else that I could say to soothe it. I wish I could euphemize it, I guess. But there's a harsh reality. Black people do not like each other. And if you don't like each other, what are you going to do? If you don't like each other, what are you going to do?